Hello everybody and welcome back to Sessions with Kat. Last week I just wasn't feeling it and neither was Spirit, so here we are. Today this is going to be a quick video. Here's why, because Spirit told me to get straight to the point with it, and I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna go through this very new deck that I have. I saw it at Barnes and Noble and it was the only one, and I was like, mine. So I grabbed it and here we are. So I'm going to be going through this deck and we're going to be talking about what's in your spiritual budget. Like, I'll explain. So that being said, this deck always, like, if you're going to get this deck, it also came with like a spread. I think it's called the Vision Quest spread. I'm probably never gonna use it, but it came with it if you're ever gonna get this deck and you use it. So let's talk about your budget, okay? And when I'm speaking on this, it's not just money. It's your mental health, it's your physical health, it's your emotional health, it's your spiritual health. It's everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. And for those of you out there who are similar to me or have your own way of doing things, you get pulled in so many different directions that you just, forget to take care of yourself, right? And when I say self, it's self with the uppercase S, not a lowercase. We're talking about you as the soul, as the human being and soul intertwined. What are you doing for you, right? How are you paving the way for, if you have children, for them to know that it's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to be a little bit selfish. It's okay to be mindful of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. It's okay to heal. And I think a lot of times we get caught up, especially with the way social media and society is today. We get caught up in wanting to do what everybody else is doing. And we forget that we all have our own path, right? And not everybody's meant to do the same thing. And that's okay, right? Like, that's okay. Like, you might have the same gifts as someone, you just use it in a different way. But the part we're going to be discussing here is how much time are you spending on you? Not necessarily on what you can do to better your family or what you can do to better your career. What can you do to better your spirit? With the uppercase S here, okay? The self and the spirit, we're using that interchangeably here, so kind of work with me on that. How much time are you giving yourself to heal, to do the shadow work, to face those parts of you that go, I don't like this, but I'm doing it anyway? Like, getting out of that survival mode and into thriving. How much time are you setting aside to work on you as the individual? Separate from family, separate from friends, separate from work or what have you. How much time are you spending working on yourself? And what Spirit really wanted me to say here is you deserve so much love and care, especially when you spend so much time giving it to everybody around you, right? You put your heart and soul into helping this person, into loving this person. Put that same amount of energy back into yourself. You deserve that, right? You deserve to be tended to. You deserve to feel better, to do better, to enjoy life, to just experience complete happiness. You deserve that. And don't feel guilty about it, right? Don't feel guilty about taking time for you. If you didn't, you might go postal or some shit and kill your family or something. Please don't. Please don't do that shit. Like, just don't. We'd rather you take care of yourself before you have a mental breakdown. I'd rather you take care of yourself instead of just allowing those dark, morbid thoughts attack you because you feel like you don't have enough time for yourself. It's that time at the end of the day or in the morning, right? If you're a morning person like me, the first hour and a half of my day is for me, right? Especially when I'm busy with clients and going here and there. The first hour and a half of my day is me. Because if I'm not together, ain't no way in hell I can help somebody else, right? And that's just it. Like, we spend so much time running. Like, soon as our alarm go off, we hit the ground running. It's okay. I promise you, it is okay to take some time for you. Whether it be in the morning, in the middle of the day, at night, it's okay to spend time, working on yourself, right? It's okay to love yourself, to spend some money on yourself instead of always giving it away to others. It's okay if your heart's not in something, simply because it's time to put your heart back to you, and that's okay, right? I promise you that is okay. So I'm going to give you some recommendations here, okay? Because everybody, I get a lot of people who ask me, like, what do you do? I'm a little different, right? I don't mind doing the shadow work, okay? I don't mind taking care of myself because I've learned over the years that I'm not a robot, okay? I've learned that just because everybody else want me to bend over backwards for them, don't mean I can't do that for myself, okay? So I do utilize a variety of journals. I read myself, like I pull a card a day, and I try to do one at night. That's usually the one I post on Instagram. Sometimes I forget to post it, but I do post it eventually. In the mornings I read different text because you just never know what you're going to learn in certain things. So I never stuck to one thing, how some people only read the Bible. That's not what I do, okay? But what I do is I read sacred texts that feel like I'm coming home to myself, if that makes sense. So if you're Hindu, you might read the Gita, which I do read that daily. And every week I study a chapter in it, actively study just one chapter for myself. Not so that I can push it on to other people. It's so that I can heal me, so that I can feel better, that I can do better, and just be better for me, right? It doesn't matter what you do for you. Just do something, because your spirit matters, right? Your soul matters. Your entire being matters. So I do urge all of you who don't put in some type of, for lack of a better word, routine of taking care of yourself. I urge you to begin one, because you're gonna need it, especially with the way these energies are moving around, and with Mercury being in retrograde. Everything is saying go inward, right? That's okay, because when you start unclogging that toilet of yours, guess what? Shit start running smoothly, right? You can let go of the bullshit a little easier, right? So, and we'd rather you do that than to lose your mind, okay? We'd rather you do that than to always be bitter or angry or upset or anything like that. So if you have your own form of a yoga practice, now, not yoga in the westernized sense, yoga in more of the Eastern type of sense, whatever helps you get close to the divine that's within you, you should begin one, okay? You do need that. At least that's what Spirit is showing me. Somebody needs it. You need some form of like yoga practice for yourself. Don't take that literal, okay? Because not everybody meant to be out here bending their body in all ways and shapes and stuff. That ain't for everybody. But your yoga practice might be sewing. It might be reading a book. It might be painting. It really depends on you and what gets you to your core, what gets you to that special place inside that you can literally put money into your spiritual bank account. That's the whole purpose of this, is to put money in your spiritual bank account. Because you don't want to go for broke, right? A lot of people, people will steal out of your account if you let them. And Spirit's saying, no, it's time for you to, get your guards up, get yourself situated so that you're not giving from your reserve, right? You're giving from your excess. And in order to do that, you must build a solid spiritual budget, and you must constantly put into that. And to do that, you must have some sort of, I won't say daily routine the way Spirit is saying it. Mine's is daily, okay, because of what I do for a living. For some of you, it might be once or twice a week, every other week. It really depends on you, but you want some sort of practice there that when you feel like that burnout feeling is coming, or if you're just feeling low, that's when you know your budget has been depleted and you want to start putting some funds back into it. Okay. That being said, that was the end of the deck. This is probably the shortest video I ever did, but there you are. Okay. Have a good week. And I pray that all of you are doing well. And I wish you all the brightest of blessings.